Yesterday, Monday 23rd April, there was another handshake. Now it is very interesting how these handshakes are just sending jitters all over the place. Now this particular handshake did not involve Raila Odinga. Yeah, this particular handshake was between the governor of Makueni, Professor Kivutha Kibwana, and DP William Ruto. Now, what has made this handshake significant are the events that have preceded this particular handshake. Professor Kivutha Kibwana has really been complaining about the Wiper Party. He has been saying that the Wiper Party is undermining himself and Kitui Governor Charity Ngilu. Now. What else is new? Let me explain. This is exactly the same kind of statements we had not too long ago from somebody called Alfred Mutua. Alfred Mutua was elected governor of Machakos for the first time, on a Wiper ticket. That was in 2013, and we quickly saw what his track record was. He completely revolutionized, changed Machakos. Indeed, he became the talk of the country. What a governor can achieve in such a short period of time. But immediately started making an impact on the lives of people in Machakos County. He ran into problems with his party, the Wiper Party. Fast forward to 2018, and the two governors in Ukambani who are making a huge impact on the lives of people are, of course, Professor Kivutha Kibwana and Charity Ngilu, the governor of Kitui. And now they are running into problems with the Wiper Party. Do you see the great similarity in the two situations? Now, you need to understand Ukambani politics and indeed the Akamba people to be able to understand what is happening here. Now, if I can remind you, Alfred Mutua complained that he did not see any need in going for Wiper meetings, Wiper Party meetings, because of a very simple reason. There was absolutely no discussion about development in the agenda. What were they discussing? The meetings were discussing people and how to cut people down to size. The meetings were discussing how loyal certain people are and how not loyal certain people are. Now that is absolutely fascinating when you realize that this is exactly the same thing that was happening when Kalonzo was a member of parliament in Mwingi for many years. It was not possible for anybody to bring development to that particular constituency unless you had Kalonzo Musyoka's blessings. It is not clear what those blessings involved, but a lot of people felt that they had nothing to do with the benefit for the people. Now, it is said you cannot teach an old dog new tricks. Okay? And these Kalonzo Musyoka tactics in politics are the old KANU tactics. In the heydays of KANU, it was single party. There was no other political party. So what that meant was that there was no other political competition. Once you got elected, that was it. Okay? Now, politicians being who they are, what do you think these guys kept themselves busy doing? You can't hit out at opposition politicians because they don't exist. You can't scheme against opposition politicians because they don't exist. So what do you do instead? You guessed it, gossip and backbiting within. Talking about who is more loyal than who. Playing very dirty politics to finish off people within the party. People you see that may be your opponents in future, or people you imagine are your enemies. One would think that with non-competitive single-party politics, development would move very fast because the main focus would be development. Actually, the very opposite was true. Because there's no competition, development ni ya nini? No need. Just focus on portraying yourself as the most loyal party member and eat. Get rich, make money. And so, it should not surprise anybody that this is what's happening in Wiper. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. You can't teach Kalonzo Musyoka new politics. because his political career was born in Kanu. Yeah, he's born, bred, everything in Kanu, the old Kanu. The old Kanu mama na baba. Now that I've given you that background, we can now focus on this handshake and what political impact it has, if any. And we'll do that immediately after the short upcoming commercial break. Stay with us.
Kenya inchi yangu, Kenya inchi yangu iliyo uhuru. Inchi iliyo uhuru, toka sasa mpaka milele. Kenya inchi yangu, Kenya inchi yangu naishelea. Katika maisha na nguvu zangu zote, Kenya inchi yetu, Kenya inchi yetu ya kibinadamu. Twaichelea inchi yetu maridadi yenye upole. Kenya inchi yetu, Kenya inchi yetu ya udugu.
Welcome back. Now, obviously, DP William Ruto wants to build as many alliances as he can, yeah, in preparations for his 2022 bid. But he has to choose his alliances very carefully. In my view, Kivutha Kibwana was a much better bet than Kalonzo Musyoka. Why do I say that? I say that because things in Ukambani are changing, and they're changing very rapidly. Now, what is happening in Ukambani is very wonderful, okay? Because there's a shift away from the old politics to development politics. Now, development politics is where people gauge a leader by their track record and what that leader has delivered. Yeah. A case in point is Machakos. Okay. We had very many voters who voted Governor Alfred Mutua back into office. Yeah. Who did not vote for the Jubilee presidential candidate. Now, it is also true that there was a lot of computer work in Machakos. Okay. Personally, I have doubts, yeah, as to the number of votes Alfred Mutua got. Yeah, I have reason to believe that some of his votes were computer generated. That is what I believe. However, my point is the information I had from the ground, very credible, okay, was the fact that there were a lot of people who voted Alfred Mutua and voted Raila Odinga. These people were voting against old politics, and they were voting for development. Now, we have the same situation emerging in Makueni and even in Kitui. Let's focus on Makueni to illustrate this. Kivutha Kibwana was a lame duck governor during his first term from 2013 to 2017. Why? Because of greedy MCAs who held him at ransom. Okay? They refused to approve the budget. Why were they refusing to approve the budget? Because they were playing old politics. Okay? The old politics of handouts at the expense of development. Because what they wanted was that for the governor to approve huge budgets for their foreign travel, for their personal gain, yeah, and then shortchange the people of Makueni. The professor stood his ground, and there was a standoff. Now, the interesting thing is what has happened after that standoff. Because what happened, the people just voted out all those greedy MCAs. And so the message was very clear that the people of Makueni wanted development. They didn't want nonsense. And so the good professor is going to have a very good second term. Yeah? And already there's so much he has done within Makueni. Makueni now has a fruit processing factory, which has greatly benefited this particular county, because there are a lot of fruits. Makueni is well known for plenty of fruits. And what has been happening is that these fruits have been sold at throwaway prices. They've not benefited the people. Therefore, when you add value, yeah, to these fruits by creating a processing factory, it has changed the lives of the people. And it will continue to change the lives of the people going forward. Yeah? There's also a milk processing plant. And the politics has shifted very dramatically, because now going against the governor is committing political suicide, because he has proved that he's pro-development and nothing else. And so the MCAs have been forced to toe the line. And obviously with this kind of policies, things are not going to go well with your Wiper party, as we have already seen. The long and short of what I'm saying is that Professor Kivutha Kibwana and people like Charity Ngilu and people like Alfred Mutua are the rising, emerging leaders of Ukambani. And quite naturally, those are the people to deal with on the ground. If you have a serious presidential bid like DP William Ruto has. Now, this move by the good professor is going to confuse the Wiper party even more. Why do I say this? Well, the Wiper party at the moment is anti-Raila Odinga. And all signs show that the party has been gravitating towards an alliance with the Jubilee ruling party. However, this is swimming against the current. What current am I talking about? The current of the vast majority of voters in Ukambani. They're all pro-opposition. They're not interested in being in government. They're not interested in being in the government side. So what is rapidly emerging is a Wiper party caught right in the middle as they continue to play old politics. Meanwhile, people like Kivutha Kibwana are changing the ground rules, by making deals with somebody like DP William Ruto. They're not making a deal with a political party. They are making a deal with an individual, hoping that that individual will be able to assist so that development reaches this county. In my view, very, very soon, the Wiper party will find that it is a shell with nobody inside and nobody interested. Or to put it another way, one Kalonzo Musyoka will find himself completely isolated from the people. There are leaders emerging very rapidly around him in the Wiper party that are pro-development, that are pro the people. Another good example is Mutula Kilonzo Jr. Mutula Kilonzo Jr. is rapidly emerging as a national politician. Many Kenyans will not forget that he's the one who revealed the truth about the game Kalonzo Musyoka, Mudavadi and Wetangula were playing on Raila. Claiming that Raila was the traitor, when what they did is they hid away when Raila was being sworn in. They cowered away somewhere on Gong Road, in great fear. Now, obviously, Mutula Jr. is a very balanced person, very balanced politician. He's not a radical, and he's not a selfish, greedy politician, because you could see when he had great difficulties in revealing this truth, because included in his statement things like the Wiper leader, who I have great respect for, was cowering away somewhere on Gong Road, making it very clear that what he was doing was not personal. He was just playing national politics. And to his credit, his conscience just refused. It completely refused to accept the hypocrisy that was being played out around him. Now, Senator Mutula Kilonzo is very well loved by ODM and the ODM crowd, and is very well loved nationally. Now, Kalonzo Musyoka cannot see this, but this will continue to further isolate him. Now, DP William Ruto is not well liked by many, but he's a smart cookie, and obviously has read this kind of political developments on the ground, and he has made his move, which in my view is the right move, because the whole idea is to connect directly with the voters on the ground, not kingpins, who have imposed themselves as tribal leaders and tribal chiefs of a community. That is old politics, and going forward, it may not be very effective. And so the long and short of this handshake between DP Ruto and Professor Kivutha Kibwana is that it's going to have a greater impact, on continuing to dismantle the Wiper party rather than on national politics. Because if there's going to be any benefit to DP Ruto, it's going to be long-term. Because as I've said, the people in Ukambani are gravitating towards development politics. And therefore, the way they react to DP Ruto will depend on what goodies he can deliver to the people directly. What development he can spearhead directly in Makueni County. Until next time, this is Kshs Kumekucha.